Hey y'all. Okay, so I am continuing in this little beginner journal, and I think that I planned out this video a little bit better. Hopefully it goes a little smoother than the last one, but I've spent all day getting some page ideas, I guess, ready for y'all. But before I get started on that, I do want to show y'all for the back. I went ahead and just went with my original idea because I kept getting stuck on how I wanted to do this. So what I did, because I was originally going to do a belly band back here, and then I decided no, to just collage it, but then I wasn't liking how it was working out. So what I did was just made a belly band, and then I'm going to put her on top like that. And all I did was take some scrap paper and size it to where I have these little flaps on either end. They don't have to be measured perfect or nothing like that. So you just want to lay your paper down. Like if this is your scrap, then what I do is just hang it over a little bit, and then I would mark it where the actual page is. That's where you're going to score. And do the same thing here. You would mark where the page ends. That's where you're going to score. And then just come over a little bit more for your flap. And that's where you would cut. You would cut here. And then there's your score mark. And you can make it as skinny or as wide, however you want. So that's what I did there. And then I felt like it was a little plain like that. So I just cut another piece of scrap to put on top to where it just shows like kind of a little bit of a border, like an 1/8 of an inch border. Almost like a mat. So it's going to go like that. And this is really simple to do. Just put your glue on the flap. And actually, you don't even have to do a flap if you don't want to. I like to do a flap because I like to stick an envelope or something under mine. But if you want it to be a tighter fit, then you don't have to do the little flaps. You can just cut a piece that is like that, that's the same length, and then just do a little bit of a glue line on either end like that, and it'll still work the same. I just like mine to have a little room so that I can add like envelopes or, you know, whatever I want to put in there. So I'm just putting glue on those flaps. And stick it down. And then just glue this and make sure the words are right. It has little words in there, so I just want to make sure I got that right side up. And you can put flowers or, you know, whatever. You can decorate the belly band however you want. If you have paper punches, like edge punches, that would be cute too. To do like an edge punch on either side. And then I'm going to put her right there. I did put a piece of cardstock on the back of this image because it was like a flimsy paper. So actually what I'm going to do is put the glue on the belly band. So I'm going to try to keep a measurement. That way I know I don't go off and glue on this. And now I can make an envelope or whatever. Let's see, I have a little template one. And you can stick stuff under there. So that's what I'll do. But I'm not going to do that right this second. I'm going to get moving on to the page ideas. I got a page layout, page construction. It's more like a construction. So I did go through here, and that looks dirty, but I inked up different pages. I pre-planned a bunch of pages already, but I'm just going to do 1 or 2 of them in this video. I don't want it to be really long. So where I knew that the white would be showing through, I did go through and ink up some of that area. So what I did first was I took a piece of paper that I wanted to be my image. This is the one I'm going to use. It's just a printable that I found in my junk pile. And I measured it to where it would fit the top and bottom of this page here. And I laid it over so it had this little flap. I'm going to use this like a tip-in. And then this part, I just folded it over. This was all, this was just a regular printer paper. So this part was white also. So I took another scrap and glued that down to make a little flap like that. So this was super easy. Again, just take your paper and you want to leave yourself room to make a little, just a little flap right here, because we're going to put a pocket on there, and then just fold in the other side like that. So that's what you'll have. So that's how I got this. And I've already pre-did all of this so that way I could have it already inked and ready, and some of the other stuff just to help save time. And then also this is going to be a side loading pocket, so I'm only going to put glue on this 3 side here. I'm not going to put glue on that side. And the little flap here, what I did was I have a huge box of these type of envelopes that I got at a thrift store for like 50 cents. And I like it that they have the window in it. So I just measured with the window side down because I want the whole window and I don't want to cut into the window. So I measured how tall I need it and just mark that. And then I would normally go to my cutter for this, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to just do it by hand. So then you have this. Glue this here shut like that, so it's now a pocket. Also, I saved this little piece that I cut off, and I glued that shut because I'm going to use this as a little pocket. And I have this little circle punch right here that I put a little notch because they're even. So I feel like it just makes it a little better. So I just go like that and put a little notch in it. Like that. And I did it to both of the pieces. Then I took, or let me show you where I'm at with that. So, where's the other little one? Alright, so this is what I ended up with. I glued that flap shut. I did my little notch. I've already inked everything up. I inked around my little window. Here's the piece I cut off, and I put a little notch, and I inked everything up around it. And then I wanted to put, I wanted to cover this envelope. So I already had one that I've already deconstructed because I've done this before. So I have one that I just used, And what I've done was I just cut the ends off so that it could open up all the way. And then I cut out the window plastic part. So then I can lay it on a sheet or a scrapbook or whatever you want to, you know, whatever you want to put on top of it, but still be able to see the window. So I got this piece here, the same size as that pocket. And then I just lay this over that page like that and traced onto that paper. So it'd be like that. So I traced it onto the paper. And then I used my, it's like an X-Acto knife. I used that to cut out of this page here. That way I could have somewhat of a really close covering. It's not going to be exact, but it is close enough for me. And I did the same thing for this. I just got a piece of scrap that, you know, would fit onto here and cut a notch in that one and notch in that one. Then I took another piece of scrap and sized it down to be the width of this this pocket. It's not as long as I need it, but I'm gonna hide that with this little pocket here. So we are going to construct this really quick. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put it all together. So the first thing I'm gonna do is glue this down. Again, I'm making this a side loading pocket, so I don't want to put, you know, tape and glue and everything everywhere. I'm just going to do the ends and then this one side right here. And you can use tape if you don't have any glue. I'm just doing this. I feel like it's maybe a little bit faster. I'm not sure. Let's see. So, line it up. Oh, come on. Okay, and for this little side thing here, again, I took a scrap piece that I used part of this somewhere else already. And this is the other part. Oh, it was in this back flap back here. It was on the other side of this page here. That was the other part of that paper. And then this is just a printable scrap that I had, and I put that on the back so you could do some journaling. And that will go into this little side part right here. I did think about putting a little pull tab on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. But you could put a little pull tab on it so it'll have a little, you know, piece sticking out like that if you want. That part is whatever you want to do. So I'm going to open this back up. And let's see. Actually, I need to put some of this together before I glue it in. Already got this ready to go. Trying to save a little time. Preferably, I would want to glue this one down just so that I know I can line it up better, and, you know, it'll give me a minute to move it. But I was hoping by putting tape and, you know, pre-doing a bunch of this that it would go a little faster. Oh, come on. I gotta be careful with this piece. I don't want to rip that. And this paper is super thin. I didn't pick the the best thickness to use, especially for having a hole cut out. This is super thin paper. Okay, so I'm just going to try my best. Let me see if I stand up. Maybe it'll help me a little bit. There we go. Okay, so then come back over here. And because I didn't pick a piece that was long enough, if yours is long enough to cover, then you don't have to worry about this part. But mine was not. So I'm going to put some, you can put tape or glue or, you know, whatever you want on this back flap that's like the plain, or if yours is not plain, mine is plain because it's just a copy paper. So it's going to go like that. So I'm going to just glue it down. This glue is not coming out like I need to clean this tip. Okay. So it is going to go on this little flap. You don't want to go like right up to, you want to come over just a little bit. So that way it doesn't mess with where your spine is, like where you sewed your pages in. It'll get too tight if you get really close. So see, I came over just a little bit. Like you can see, this part is the page right here. You can see that's why I inked that up, so it would blend in. And it wouldn't be like a stark white line there. So the back side, I'm going to put this one on like that, and then this little pocket here will help me hide that it wasn't long enough, like that. So now I'm going to take this tape off. Come on. Let me do it this way. This is that cheap tape that I got from Amazon. I got like 15 rolls. I don't remember the price, but it was a really good price. It was like, I think it was like around $10 to $12. Really, really good deal. And this stuff works really well. And you get a variety of sizes. You get, like here's just an example of some of them. And then you get the really thin one too. It was a really good deal. Okay, so I am going to try my best to line this one up. That looks about right. And then I'm going to put this little pocket on. And I'm going to make this a double pocket. So I'm just going to put glue on the sides and at the bottom. And it fits on there perfect because it's just the other part of the envelope that you originally cut. So you don't have to really worry about making a pocket that will fit on there. Or, you know, trying to find something to fit. That's what I love about using envelopes. I use them for pockets and flips and everything in a lot of So I'm just going to mat this little pocket. Like that. So now we have a cute little page layout, and you can flip flap this however you want. And for the insert for this, again, I just took some scrap. I have a bunch of these size scraps for making my photo albums. So I took another one, and that's what this was. And I sized it how I wanted it to fit in here, and then I marked it with my pencil. So I wanted it to have like a hangover kind of like that. And now you can see the image through here. And I put some other scrap and paper and stuff like that on there for journaling. So I just stuck this in there, marked it, and folded it over. That's all I did with that. And then just put scrap paper on it. Really simple. So that goes in there. And then, did I already put the, no, I didn't. And again, just some scrap cardstock or whatever. You can make a printable. You can stamp or whatever you want to do. Slip it in the little side. And it's actually better to round the part that's going to go, like, slide in. I'm pretty sure I've told y'all that before, but the little pokey edges will catch on it, even though there's plenty of room. Like, that pocket is way big enough. But because it has those pokey corners, it's going to keep trying to grab it. Okay. So, let me see what time I'm at. Oh, I'm doing really good right now. Okay. Maybe we can do one more. I got to stay really, really fast here. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show y'all. I was going to decorate this one up a little bit more. Okay, so in the last video, whenever I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with her, and there was an image on there of these flowers right here, and I said I was going to fussy cut it and see how I liked it. So I did that. I fussy cut it. I didn't like anywhere it went on there, so I thought I would just use it on here because it kind of looks cute like that, where it's kind of coming over the window a little bit. So I'm going to glue that down. And then also, in my junk stuff, of things I've already, like, you know, made, I had this little tiny envelope. So I thought it would be cute to just put it right here, like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to give this a little bit more something so it's not so plain. And you can, again, you can do however you want to do for yours. You can stamp it or do some stenciling on it. Do some gesso, like however you want. And then I'm going to glue this on here, like sideways like that. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. Again, just, whoa, just threw my glue. Just to give it a little bit of leeway to be able to open and close without ripping. And I already have me one of those little Velcro dots ready. The little half moon, because I cut them in half, just so that they stretch further and I can use them on more projects. And they're perfect for these little tiny envelopes like this. So now that will stay shut. And then I'm going to glue this. I'm only going to put glue on like this bigger part. I'm not going to glue down all of the little pieces. You can if you want. I'm just not going to do it. I don't think it needs it. So I'm going to just concentrate on the bigger areas. Actually, I may do one little swipe down just to hold that down. And then just kind of lay it like that. So you can fussy cut items, or not items, like flowers and different things from your scrap paper. Like, here's some scraps also from that other video. So I can fussy cut like these flowers out if I don't have any flowers, or I don't have a stamp, or if I'm out of ink or something. I'll look through my pages, look through all of my, you know, my scrapbook paper and all the things I've already printed before. Just go through all of that stuff and you'll find an image that you can fussy cut, and you can use that in your decoration. So that will be that page, and you can keep going. Like, I can keep building on this. I can put another pocket here. I can do like an up tuck thing. Like, there's still so much you can do to this. I just don't want to, I don't want to do too much. I'm trying to not go overboard. Hopefully it's working, but I tend to not know when to stop and, like, you know, slow down. Let's see. Okay. This page is a little thinner, so I have a different idea for that one. But for this page here, again, I inked up because I didn't want this little white, it's like a stark white strip. So I've already pre-planned out this page also. And this is a piece of song paper from a book I got at a thrift store, and I just sized it for this page right here. And I got it taped up and ready to go. And then I got out some envelopes. I got these from Dollar Tree. You get a box of like 50 or 100. I can't remember. But I use these a lot in my journals. They're really easy to make quick pockets. So what I did was got my sheet here, and I already have this one already completely done, because I'm going to show you how I did it. And I have tape on this little flap here. So I'm going to have one of them like that, and it's going to go under this sheet like that. And this one is going to go, that little flap is going to go under like that. So it's going to be like that. I'm going to show you an easy way, like how I matted all of this, and it has different, this is a little insert that I did. Again, it's just some scrap paper. But I'm going to show you an easy way to mat this envelope. Okay, let me see. Let me move that out of the way. Okay, so you have your envelope. You're going to cut a piece of paper that is pretty much to the size of it, but you want it to come down, like, you want to trim off like 1/8 of an inch, so that way it can slide in easily and fit inside of here. Like that. It doesn't have to be the same, like, you don't have to worry about the width. It's mainly the height, because we're going to use this to make our template. So you slide the page in, and then all you do is trace it. So then when you pull it out and you cut this out, and that's what I've done here, then you have a mat that you can put on your scrapbook paper. So you can pick what part of the image you want, and you lay it on there and trace it out, and then glue it down. And you do the same thing with this part, with, you know, covering the back. That's pretty easy. And doing the inside is pretty easy. You just got to find a piece that can fit in there, like how you would to make your mat. So let's construct this one really quick. Okay, so all this part is done. So we just got to put this one together. Why do I have that one? Okay, so we're going to put this one together. This is a piece that I laid on here, and again, just took like 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So that way I knew that it would just fit in here. And it covers up, you know, that those security lines. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Like because you are going to have an insert in there, and it will cover most of it anyway. This is just an extra step that I like to do. So you don't have to necessarily do that. I don't know why I pulled it out. Okay, so an easy way that I like to glue something like this down, I don't use tape because it's just hard. And a good thing about these type of glues is they have like a long skinny, so you can like reach in there. So I'm just going to put some glue. I'm gluing onto this cardstock, down in the corner, up on the side, and it doesn't have to be a whole lot like on the bottom part there. The main part you want to make sure that you do get is this edge. Let me reposition. Alright, so the main part that you do want to get is the edge right here. The edge of the cardstock or a piece of paper, whatever you're using to mat. That's the part that matters the most, because that part is on the edge where you're going to be sliding stuff in and out of it. So before I mash it down, I'm going to pull it over a little bit and make sure that I have it exactly where I want it. And then smush it down. And it will hold. And then you just take your other piece that you cut out, I didn't put tape on all edges of this one just because it's kind of a wonky shape, and I would rather put glue on that part. And you just lay it down as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade item, so we're not expecting machine quality. I have to tell myself that all the time. That's okay. And then we want to put something on the back. So again, I just took another scrap piece. I've been loving using up my scraps with this, because a lot of times I get my scrap bin filled and then I have to start another one, and now I have like scrap bins just all over the place. So this has actually been helping me clear out a lot of my scraps. So I need to get the right side up because this image needs to be upright. So it's going in that way, so I need to go this way. And mush it down. Okay, now we just put this together. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do is just start with taking the tape off of this page. And then I did put tape on both sides of the little flap. But let's see, it is going to go... This one goes like that, right? I'm trying to see what part of this flap I need to glue to this. Yeah, so it's going to go like that. Wait, am I right side up? No, I think I'm backwards here. That's why, because it was going to go like this. Okay. So I need to take this tape off. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of fold room. I'm not going to put it directly up to this line, just so that it won't like pull on the page. Oh, come on. I'm like really shaky for some reason. Actually, I'm going to wait to take that one off. I'm going to wait just a minute. Okay, so it's going like that. I don't want to lay it down just yet because I took that. Actually, I can just do it like that so I don't mess my page up. And then this one, and you can have them going flip-flap, however you want. I'm just doing mine like this, where I have one open and then one will be like closed. And I'm also going to catty-walk them. I'm not going to put them exactly like that. I'm going to have one coming up a little bit like that. So I'm going to take this tape off. And do the same thing. I'm going to hold it up a little bit so that way I know I don't go over that line. It just helps me be able to measure that a little easier. And then we take all of this tape off. And I did put extra tape back here because this is like the part that's holding the whole thing to this main page. So I really want it to have a really good hold and not tear off of it or come loose on me. Okay, so actually I'm going to stand up again for this part so I can see. So we have our pockets on there, whichever flap, however you want them. And then I'm going to kind of pull it a little taut because see how it kind of like sags? So you're going to pull it a little bit taut and then just try to line up best you can. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, I came over from the spine area. So I lined up with the edge of the page instead of lining up on this part. So that way, whenever I'm opening this flap, it doesn't pull on that and do like a weird, you know, like it's fighting it. It just makes it easier. So that's how that one looks. And here's another part. This was also just another one of those scraps that I found. And I just cut it in half and stuck them in here. So it goes like that. And you can put stuff in here and that should keep it closed for the most part. You could also put like a page, what is it called? Like a flip page thing on here and that would help it. So, oh, also I made this tag a while back. Again, it was just some scraps. I punched a hole, put a little bit of sorry on it. But it actually fits this pocket right here like perfect. So I thought that would be cute to put in there. And I will be doing a video as we, you know, just kind of work through here of doing different ideas for tags and stuff like that. Just so that if you are, you know, not used to that, you know, or you haven't done that, then I can you know, explain a few different ways to do tags, because there's like 1,000 different ways you can do journal tags and stuff like that. This is just a really simple one. So, okay, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope y'all like the little quick page layout ideas. I'm going to be working on a few more, and whenever I get those, I try to get everything like prepped and planned, so that way I feel like the video just goes smoother. But it takes me like a full day to plan and cut and prep everything. So yeah, but I'm also having, you know, to do other things. I'm a mom, wife, so I'm trying to do it like in my spare time. But anyways, okay, so if you like the ideas, then give me a thumbs up, and I will be back with some more. Oh, my butterfly. I will be back with some more ideas in about another day or so. So until next time, bye.